The little plane who saved the forest. Far away, in a land surrounded by rolling green hills and sparkling blue lakes, there stood a tiny, magical airport. It wasn't like any ordinary airport, it was a special place where airplanes didn't just fly. They dreamed, they imagined, and they shared their stories. Among them was Wing, a unique little airplane with a heart full of curiosity and adventure. Wing wasn't like the other planes. His wings shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, and his propeller sparkled softly, as if holding a tiny star within it. Wing loved listening to the older airplanes. They would gather in the hangar and share tales of flying over endless oceans, soaring above snowy mountains, and even touching the very edge of the sky, where the stars began to twinkle. Every time Wing heard these stories, he would sigh. "One day, I'll have my own adventures," he thought, gazing at the horizon. But days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, and Wing stayed at the airport, always dreaming but never venturing out. Then, one bright morning, as the sun rose and painted the sky in shades of gold and pink, an old airship floated gently toward Wing. The airship was like a wise elder to all the airplanes, known for his deep knowledge and kind heart. "Wing," he said with a warm smile, "I see the spark in your eyes. The world is calling you, and you are ready to answer. Beyond those clouds lies a world full of wonders, waiting for someone as brave and curious as you to discover it." Wing's heart raced with excitement. "But where do I go? How will I know what to do?" he asked. The airship chuckled softly. "The answers will come as you fly. Trust yourself, listen to your heart, and remember that every great adventure begins with a single step, or in your case, a single flight." Wing felt a mix of excitement and nervousness, but he knew this was his moment. With a deep breath, he stretched his colorful wings, revved up his shimmering propeller, and rose into the sky. The view from above was breathtaking. The hills looked like waves of green velvet, and the lake sparkled like mirrors catching the morning sun. Wing climbed higher, weaving through soft, fluffy clouds that seemed to glow. "This is even better than I imagined," he exclaimed, his voice full of wonder. As he flew further, something extraordinary happened. One of the clouds spoke. "Hello, Wing," it said in a soft, gentle voice. Wing was startled. "You can talk?" he asked. The cloud chuckled. "Of course I can. Up here, everything is magical. Tell me, little airplane, what are you searching for?" "I want to see what lies beyond the horizon," Wing replied eagerly. The cloud thought for a moment, then said, "Fly toward the golden sun. Where it touches the earth, you find your first clue." Wing thanked the cloud and soared toward the glowing sun. His journey took him over forests filled with towering trees that seemed to reach for the sky, and rivers that sparkled like ribbons of light. The world below was alive with beauty, and Wing felt more alive than ever. After a long flight, the green forest faded into golden sands, and Wing found himself above a vast desert. At the center of the desert stood a magnificent golden pyramid, shimmering in the sunlight. At its base was a camel, swaying gently and humming a tune. "Hello there," called the camel as Wing landed nearby. "You must be Wing. The clouds told me you were coming." Wing blinked in surprise. "You've been expecting me?" The camel nodded. "Of course. News travels quickly in these magical lands. Come with me, I have something special to show you." The camel led Wing to the entrance of the pyramid. "Inside," he explained, "you find an ancient map. It's been waiting for someone like you to discover it. This map will guide you to your next destination." Together, they entered the pyramid. The air inside was cool and filled with a soft golden glow. The walls were covered in carvings of stars, rivers, and flying creatures. "It's beautiful," whispered Wing. Deep inside, they found the map. It showed a dense forest with trees so tall they seemed to touch the clouds, and at its center, a glowing stream. "This must be my next stop," Wing exclaimed. The camel smiled. "Yes, Wing, follow the map, and you'll find something truly special." Wing thanked the camel and took to the sky once more. The flight to the forest was peaceful. Below him, rolling hills stretched endlessly, dotted with colorful flowers that seemed to wave as he passed by. When Wing reached the forest, it was just as breathtaking as the map had shown. Tall trees, bright green leaves, and sunlight streaming down like golden rain. But something wasn't right. One of the streams below had dried up completely, and the animals nearby looked sad and thirsty. "I have to help them," Wing thought. He circled above, searching for a solution, and soon spotted a hidden lake not far away. Using his clever propeller, Wing guided the water from the lake to the dry stream. Slowly, the stream began to flow again, and the animals danced with joy. "Thank you, Wayne," they cheered. Wing felt a warm glow in his heart. Helping others feels even better than exploring, he thought, as the sun began to set, painting the sky with shades of orange and purple. Wing looked at the glowing horizon. Today was amazing, he thought. I learned that adventures aren't just about seeing new place, they're about making a difference. When Wing returned to the airport, the old airship was waiting for him. "Welcome home, Wayne," he said with a twinkle in his eye. "You've done something wonderful today. And remember, this is just the beginning. Rest now. For tomorrow, the world will be waiting for you once again." Wayne smiled, his rainbow wings glowing softly in the twilight. He knew his journey had only just begun, and he couldn't wait for the adventures that lay ahead.